All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the New York Giants in today's video. I know at the time of this recording, they have not signed a QB, which I think is beneficial. Obviously, they have a third overall pick, and whether it's in the first round, second round, third round, whatever, I think the Giants' quarterback of the future is in the draft and not in the 35-plus community, aka all the free agent QBs in the market right now. But, probably be like a Russell Wilson. I think Rodgers is about to sign with Pittsburgh, but it's probably going to be a little bit something underwhelming. It's going to be better than last year and the last couple of years, I should just say that. But neither here nor there, because the Giants have been making a lot of really good, valuable moves. And we'll start it off with Javon Holland, who's one of my favorite safeties in the National Football League. And it's just crazy because this kid's born in 2000, and I know it's already 2025, but that's just crazy to me as a kid born in 99. But Javon Holland, very fun to play with in Madden, 3-year, $45 million contract with $30.3 million of it guaranteed. He was a top 3 safety in free agency. And, go back to his his college days, second round draft pick out of the University of Oregon. He went to the Miami Dolphins, and he's got a really intriguing skill set. He can play on all 3 levels of the defense. Last year, he's 6'1", 205, free safety, played in 15 games. He had 62 combined tackles. He also had a sack, but his standout breakaway year was in 2022 when he played in all 17 games and set career highs with 96 combined tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, and 7 pass breakups. But I just love it. I'm loving this kind of youthful energy in the secondary for the New York Giants. The bad news is over the past 2 years, even though he's 25, he's missed a total of 7 football games, 1 due to a concussion, 4 in 2023 because of some knee sprains, and then 2 in 2024 with a broken left hand. So the good news, I guess, is it's been spaced out in the last couple of seasons, but that is just something you want to keep your eye on. But I really like the way he plays, hard hitter, just football, high IQ guy. I love him at the free safety position for the New York Giants. And then the other big time splash was Chauncey Golston. And this is awesome because he's coming on over from the Dallas Cowgirls. They reached an agreement, and this is the definition of a value sign. 3-year, $19.5 million contract. This kid's still only 27 years old, and he saw plenty of work with Dallas last year because of all the injuries. He had 791 total defensive snaps. In those snaps, he had 5.5 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, and 8 QB hits in all 17 games. Keep in mind, after week 5, he started every single football game. So this is a great value move because Azeez Ojulari has not been re-signed. Don't think he's going to be re-signed, assuming he signs with a different football team. But you already have Kayvon Thibodeau. You already have Brian Burns on your edges. That this is just a third guy to have in that rotation. And it's also some very good insurance help because, like we saw with Dallas last year, if his name gets called, if there's an injury, he's going to be ready to play. So I really like that Chauncey Golston move. And I think at this time next year, you're going to look back at that move and be like, damn, that was a really, really good sneaky move that nobody was really talking about at the time. Moving forward, this is... if there wasn't an injury involved, this would by far be my favorite Giants signing. Paulson Adebo, cornerback from the New Orleans Saints. They reached a 3-year, $54 million contract. $36 million of that is guaranteed. 25 years old. Like I said, he's coming from the New Orleans Saints, but unfortunately, he's also coming off a season-ending injury. Back in October, he broke his femur. But before that, he was enjoying a phenomenal season. Prior to that point, he had 3 interceptions and 10 pass breakups in only 7 football games. But here's what's even crazier. In his last fully healthy season, 2023, he had 4 picks and 18 pass breakups. So that means he leads the NFL in forced incompletions over the past 2 seasons. So there's cornerback number 1 for this New York Giants team that so badly needed that cornerback help. And like I said, he's only 25 years old. So these are second contract guys that are finally getting an opportunity. And Paulson, has had an opportunity, but that injury last season was a really big shame because he was kind of turning into one of the youngest, most talented quarterbacks in the National Football League. But he's going to fit perfectly on this Giants team with their culture as well. And then we get to the trenches, and these are a little bit more underwhelming, but it is something that the Giants needed to address outside of only the draft. So, for example, offensive lineman James Hudson, they're just beefing up their depth. Right on Monday, $12 million contract. There's also $4 million in incentives. Once again, he's only 25 years old, 2021 fourth round pick by the Cleveland Browns. He's played in 49 games, including 17 total starts. The issue is last year he was horrible. He had 15 pressures, 9 hurries, 8 quarterback hits, according to True Media, in 4 games. 4 games before undergoing shoulder surgery. 4 games he gave up all that. So that's a good swing tackle. That is your swing tackle moving forward for the Giants for this upcoming season. Staying in the trenches, we got Roy Robertson Harris, another trench guy. I like it because of his experience. Budget move. He is 31 years old, and he's reportedly going to get a 2-year, $9 million contract. But the point was with the Giants, they needed more help around all-pro nose tackle Dexter Lawrence. So Roy is 6'5". He's 290 pounds, and the way I would describe him is a reliable veteran. He's played in the NFL for 8 seasons. He started with the Chicago Bears. He's been with the Seattle Seahawks and most recently the Jacksonville Jaguars. But once again, just a good depth piece in the trenches. Moving forward, probably the last guy we're going to talk about in today's video. This was earlier today. Stone Forsythe. Very similar to James Hudson, where just coming off a brutal season. He's 27 years old, and he spent the first 4 years of his NFL career with the Seattle Seahawks. He made 13 career starts over the past 2 seasons at both tackle spots, but he was horrible in pass protection. So he's not going to be a reliable swing tackle. That's what James Daniels going to be. Stone Forsythe, once again, just another good veteran in the sense of he's 27, he's not 38, but just another move where, you know, these guys have NFL experience. They've started in plenty of different games, but the point is the Giants, especially in the last couple of years, their offensive line's just continuously been decimated, whether it's starters or depth. So I like the moves for the trenches, and I'm sure they're going to prioritize in the draft going out and getting their next right guard, because Greg Van Roten probably not going to be re-signed, maybe already signed with the team, but I think they'll get their right guard in the draft. Quarterback-wise, we're running out of time. I would expect some type of move like a Russell Wilson, and then I think Shadour's going to be gone at pick number 3. I think the Browns will take him at 2, but I'm like a Rodgers, a Russell Wilson, somebody of that caliber, and then I think they'll take a guy like Jackson Dart early on in the 2nd round. Let me know your thoughts. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. We post a ton of Giants videos on this channel. But guys, give me a grade for the Giants free agency thus far down below. And also give me your thoughts on the quarterback situation. Peace.